Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 1000 LB Sisters. Tammy Slaton shares personal update as fans rally to her side. Tammy Slaton has never been a stranger to public scrutiny. Since 1000 LB Sisters premiered in 2020, her journey has unfolded under the intense spotlight of reality TV and social media. But in a heartfelt new update, shared just days ago, Tammy showed fans a side of herself that was raw, reflective, and determined, and the outpouring of support has been nothing short of overwhelming. A quiet confession goes loud. The update came not through dramatic camera angles or a staged interview, but in Tammy's own words. She filmed a short video from inside her Kentucky home, sitting in a sunlit corner she's recently decorated with small plants and personal photos. Her tone was steady, but there was no mistaking the emotion behind it. "I'm not perfect," she said, eyes fixed on the lens. "I have days where I feel like I'm strong, and days where I feel like I'm slipping. But I want everyone to know I'm trying. I'm still here, and I still believe in myself." Those few sentences struck a chord that echoed across social media. Within hours, the comments were overflowing with encouragement, affection, and gratitude from fans who followed Tammy's emotional evolution over the past several years. Life after loss and survival Tammy's personal update also hinted at the lingering grief she still carries after the loss of her husband, Caleb Willingham, in 2023. Though she didn't mention him by name, her eyes spoke volumes when she said, "Some days still feel heavier than others, but I'm learning how to carry what I've been given." Fans who've watched her transformation from the woman who once struggled to leave her home to the one who recently qualified for skin removal surgery immediately recognized the maturity in her tone. She wasn't hiding behind humor or anger. She was simply speaking her truth. One viewer commented, "I've never seen Tammy so grounded. She's not just surviving anymore, she's healing." Another wrote, "We see your growth. Tammy, you don't have to fight alone." A new chapter in self-responsibility. Though Tammy has lost roughly 400 pounds since her trach and rehabilitation journey began in 2022, she reminded fans that the process is far from finished. "People think weight loss surgery fixes everything," she admitted in her update. "But your mind, your heart, that's still your job, and healing there is harder than anything." The quiet honesty behind those words stunned many. Gone was the Tammy who once stormed off camera or lashed out in frustration. In her place was someone who recognized that emotional wellness doesn't end when the scale changes. She also talked briefly about having off days with her diet and mental health, but emphasized that setbacks no longer spiral the way they once did. "I don't quit now when I mess up," she said. "I restart." Fans respond with fierce loyalty. Tammy's followers, who've watched her fight addiction, illness, and heartbreak, immediately rallied around her. Hashtags like "Soldered Team Tammy" and "Proud of You Tammy" began trending in Facebook groups and fan forums. A longtime viewer posted, "I used to get frustrated watching her, but now I feel nothing but admiration. She's turning pain into power, and that's not easy." Others wrote about how Tammy's perseverance has inspired their own battles with depression, eating disorders, or body image. One fan shared, "I haven't left my house in 5 months because of my size. Watching Tammy grow gives me hope that it's not too late to change." Support from close to home. Amy Slaton, Tammy's sister and co-star, reportedly saw the outpouring of support and texted her immediately. "You're stronger than you know, sis. Look how many people you're helping just by being honest." The Slaton siblings have had their ups and downs documented on screen, from screaming arguments to tearful reconciliations. But recently, they've appeared to be more united than they've been in years. Sources close to the family say Amy has been encouraging Tammy to keep speaking directly to fans in her own way, outside of the edited lens of reality TV. A hint at what's next. Toward the end of her update, Tammy smiled, just slightly, and hinted that there's more on the horizon. "I'm working on some things for me," she teased. "Not for TV, not for drama, just for Tammy. I'll share when I'm ready." Speculation immediately erupted among fans. Was she referring to a possible memoir, a podcast, a clothing or skincare line, something she's hinted at before? Some even wondered if she was taking steps to speak at retreats or health events, considering the impact of her story. Whatever it is, the general tone of fan reaction was refreshingly patient. "Take your time, girl," one user wrote. "We'll be here when you're ready." The weight of the past, the light of the future for years. Tammy's story was painted by critics as one of self-sabotage and resistance. Viewers watched her check into rehab more than once, lash out at loved ones trying to help, and rely on a truck tube that left many fearing she might not wake up one day. But now, the tone surrounding her journey has changed dramatically. Instead of being a cautionary tale, she's becoming a symbol of gradual, imperfect, and deeply human transformation. Even strangers online who once mocked her appearance are acknowledging her progress. "I was one of the trolls," one former critic confessed under her post. "I owe you an apology. You're doing more work on yourself than most of us ever try to." Tammy didn't call anyone out in response, but she did say, "People grow. I'm not mad. I just want to keep moving forward." Healing out loud. The most striking part of Tammy's update wasn't the polished lighting or her leaner face. It was the humility. For someone whose life has been dissected on TikTok, tabloid covers, and TLC confessionals, she seemed remarkably open to vulnerability without defensiveness. "I used to think I had to be tough or people would walk all over me," she reflected. But being honest with yourself, that's its own kind of strength. Fans applauded the comment as one of the most mature statements she's made since the show began. Why fans are standing by her side. Reason so many viewers are rallying behind Tammy now is simple. They've witnessed her evolution in real time. They saw her nearly die, then choose to live. They saw her fall in love, then grieve. They watched her go from wheelchair-bound to walking freely, from isolating herself to speaking publicly about mental health and trauma. Many longtime watchers say this is the first time Tammy seems to view her journey as something she controls, not something happening to her. One fan summed it up perfectly. "She's not the Tammy from season 1. And honestly, she's not even the Tammy from last year. She's rewriting her story while we watch, and I'm proud of her for it." A community behind her as of now. The comment sections under Tammy's posts remain flooded with messages of encouragement and shared vulnerability. Some fans send prayers. Others send jokes in classic Slaton style. Some simply say, "We love you,"